Hey, and welcome back to Central Planning. We are planning Siberia. Last time we continued with the docks on the peninsula. These docks will be used for a couple of things. There's gonna be a closed storage and a open storage, mostly used for export. We're gonna export boards, woods, and explosives. Maybe chemicals or clothes in the future, I'm not sure, didn't decide yet. But we're gonna import a lot of crops. Now the question is how to export all these things. Am I gonna get a train? I don't know, I didn't decide yet. Maybe trucks in the beginning, but trucks are super slow and inefficient. I'm not sure, I need to figure that out later. There's also going to be a train depot on this peninsula. I managed to just squeeze in enough space to put a little train depot in there. Now, a very important thing here, I'm going to measure the tracks, and I want the tracks to be longer than 155 meters. So you need to measure it from the node here, right, from this intersection, all the way down to the bottom. It should be longer than 155 meters. Make sure you check the length of your train distribution office. I remember seeing the old one, or should I say the new one, being longer than 155 meters. So you gotta make sure all your intersections are longer than 155. If it's shorter, your train will not be able to back out, and you're gonna be stuck there. Now for the length of the track that goes into the train depot, I don't care, I'm not going to measure it. Because the train depot works in a different system. The train goes in and restarts and goes out of the train depot. So it doesn't matter about the length, as long as it's connected to the main track. This little road depot will be used for bulldozers and excavators. I want to bring them in here so I can do a lot of work. Building the city is so slow, so I'm gonna do a lot of planning ahead and moving on with the road and rail further ahead. There's no point watching the city get built, it's just too slow. And I'm not gonna use speed up options too much. It speeds up the time too much, and I feel the years are just really going too fast like this. Then here comes the most annoying part of this game. Snow. I really hate snow. It's too bright, and every time a snowplow clears the snow, after 5 seconds it's like nothing happened. I don't want you to watch too much road work. It gets annoying and boring really fast. Even I don't want to watch this for too long. So in the future I will be speeding up all of these parts. Now, this is probably a really bad habit I have from playing the 1960. What I like to do, I like to upgrade all the roads first before I upgrade all the buildings. But that's probably a mistake here in early because not many trucks can drive 60 kilometers an hour. So basically I'm just wasting my time, and pretty much no wonder nothing got built so far. Really nice, I was able to cover the whole city with just 2 substations, and same with the sewage, 2 is gonna be enough. That's the whole point of this game, and actually the biggest issue is just planning ahead. If you plan ahead, it's gonna save you a lot of time and money. I'm going to realize later I didn't build a pipe that's connected to the water storage. And I realized this later in my test game when I invited people and they all pretty much died. I'm not sure if building a sewage outlet here will create pollution. I know it creates pollution, but I don't know how much. If it does, buildings are gonna be close. And if it does, we're gonna be in trouble. We'll just have to find out later. And back to more road work. This one might be a little longer. If you don't want to watch, go to 12:45. Anyways, I do enjoy playing this. I like doing it. I like putting on roads and rails, but not so much watching it. And another thing I forgot to do is a small heating exchanger. Of course, every time you forget something. But this is a perfect place to put one. It's between everything, and it's really close to the residential buildings. And there's enough space to put it here between the school and the kindergarten. Basically, in Siberia, you want your heating exchangers to be around 100 meters away from the residential buildings. So you might have to put 2 or 3 of these in a city, depending on the size. Recorded this session, it was a couple days before an update. A very important update happened, and this update introduced some really drastic changes in the early start, and that line was about 14 megawatts, I believe, and in the after update it's blocked. You can only use, I believe, 7 megawatts, and also your money's down to $500,000 starting money. My starting money was 1,250,000, I believe. So I don't feel like starting over. I did too much, but it's okay. I think it doesn't matter too much. The game is still difficult. I always use underground wires. Always, pretty much always. Above ground wires are just too much hassle. They block everything. If you make a mistake and you need to remove some wires, you're pretty much done. A lot of people will be very upset, and if they are very upset in this game, they either die or just run away. And I had to speed up this part here. I spent so much time trying to do this, and I deleted so much footage. I think I spent like 10 minutes here, and just, in the end I got so damn annoyed, I deleted the whole thing and just pushed it back to make some room for the tracks. Didn't want to give up on this rail construction office and move it further back. If I move it back, it's gonna take me a long time to get to the customs house with the starting builders. It's really crucial for it to be close to the customs house. The faster you get to it, the faster you get the better track builders. And that totally reminds me about a coaling station. I have no idea where I'm gonna build it. It's not a small building, requires coal storage. There's just no space on this map. Need to figure that out later. And from this part we start with like a checklist. I have a little checklist that I need to do, and the first thing is to remove and change the bus stop. I remembered that I need to have space for a distribution office, and I wanted to fit it here on the left. This distribution office will provide and distribute boards and woods and gravel from this area. So it's really crucial for it to be right here, closest to the source. Next thing on the list is garbage stands. Of course we're gonna use medium ones for industry, and especially for gravel industry. Gravel industry creates too much construction waste. Small stands will be used for residential only. Now naming things, I want to name things. I'm not Russian, I don't speak Russian, but I understand some Russian. And I wanted to name this area Kameny Zavod. I speak a Slavic language and these words make perfect sense to me. Kameny means kamen or stone, and Zavod is like some kind of like a collective. Now for the woods industry, I named it Derovo Complex. Derovo or drvo means woods complex. Next one is explosives factories. I wanted to name it Iskra Industries. Iskra means spark. I think it fits very nicely. And there's this very good option here in this game that if you press this T little button, you can name each building, and every building will have a big sign on top. So I named each factory Iskra 1, Iskra 2 and Iskra 3. That's gonna be fun. It's gonna look really nice. Next one is the town. I don't think this is a town, this is more like a small village settlement. So I wanted to give it an appropriate name. The town is right on the south of the map, so I named it Mali Yug. Mali means small and Yug means south. So it's gonna represent this south settlement village kind of thing, not really a town. Next, we need some snow plows. Now, I'm not sure how much they are efficient. They clean the snow with 12 kilometers of speed, and the moment they clean it in this game, just snow comes right back. I don't know how efficient this really is. And when they move 12 kilometers an hour, they just block everyone. So, just gonna have to try and see what happens. And another thing I completely forgot about is this construction office. I just keep forgetting things every time. This office is supposed to deal only with just road work. Road, footpath, and factory connections. This is gonna improve building. It's gonna make it much faster. There needs to be a bus in there, a couple of dumpers and bulldozers. There needs to be a bus because there's some sections of road where only people can work. The section is too small for a bulldozer. We separate the work by putting construction offices into different control groups. So 1 is buildings and 2 is roads. It's gonna speed up things really fast. Lots of roadwork coming, so if you don't want to watch, skip to 35:30. I didn't want it to speed through this part. It's a good chance to see how to deal with this mountain here. Dealing with this with bulldozers is too slow. Just use the runway and just slowly make your way through. It works really good. I guess this should be enough, maybe actually even too much. Eventually the snow was so bright that I just got annoyed and I had to give up. I felt my eyes uncomfortable at this point and no point fighting it, so I'm just gonna skip away and just come back later to this part. Nothing to do really right now. I planned so much ahead that nothing was built, and I'm just gonna speed up a little bit and wait for things to be done so I can actually do something. Hey, thanks for watching until the end. That was episode 2, a lot more to be done. That's probably episode 3. If you enjoyed, send a like, and if you want to see more, subscribe. Until then, see you next time, comrade, and keep building.